R.A. Simpson, you know. Man got away with murder tonight, Ruben. You got away with it, you know. What a flipping performance. You see this team, yeah? Bro, this is why. This is why I love this football club, because there's been too many nights in my life where man's been on these emotional roller coasters, bro. Football heritage, bro. Football heritage saved Ruben Amorim tonight, bro. Football heritage. Because that was diabolical. But it was beautiful at the same time. Like, brother, like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was lost for words. 2-0 up, you know. 2-0 up. Whether people whether people believe that we deserve to be up or not is neither here nor there. But 2 goals up at home. Should be cruising. Should be. Poor in-game management. All of a sudden it's 2-2. Man wait till the 83rd minute to make substitutions worth anything. Obviously he made the Mazraoui for Luke Shaw substitution, which in fact weakened us, and Luke Shaw gave the penalty away. But I'm just going to assume it was an enforced substitution. Obviously I watched the game on mute, so I don't know. I'm assuming it was that. I'm assuming it wasn't tactical. 83 minutes. Brother, 2-2, you know. 83rd minute is the first minute that my man decides to make a change, you know. And you know the beauty of these changes? It's always the same players that go off when we want to score goals. Ugarte goes off when we want to score. Garnacho goes off when we want to score. Højlund goes off when we want to score. So you know what that tells me? That tells me that the manager starts these brothers, yeah, because he's being negative. Like, he knows why he starts these guys. He doesn't start these guys because he wants to win games, because why are they always the same guys going off? You know? Like, playing against 10 men with 5 defenders. Like, bro, there's so many questions. There's so many questions. And the thing is, a lot of people are gonna think that we did this because of the manager. But, bro, we do this no matter who the manager is. We're Manchester United. That's why I say football heritage saved Ruben Amorim, because he coached an absolute stinker for the majority of the game, and then the game just ascended into chaos. I can't believe it, bro. Like, they got a pen, couldn't believe it. Then we got a pen, couldn't believe it. Honourable mention to my guy Casemiro, though, because this is another player that the manager throws out, you know. When the manager came in, he said, no offence, he just doesn't fit the profile of what I'm trying to do. Casemiro might have saved your job tonight. Casemiro, the same guy that man apparently leave football before football leaves you. Apparently Cas is cooked. Apparently he's got nothing to offer. All of that rubbish that people were telling me about my midfielder, bro. Wins the penalty. Then great little flick pass round the corner for Kobbie Mainoo, who took his goal beautifully well. Kobbie on the left 10 instead of Garnacho in the left 10. You see what happens. That's how you take a chance. That's how you finish. We're going to get on to Garnacho as well, bruv, because you nearly cost us the game because you're a scrub. And then the ball into Harry Maguire is almost identical to the ball that Bruno put in for Xerxes. Put the big guy up front and float the ball into the box, bro. Percentage football, bro. That's Ruben Amorim's go-to when things aren't working. I'm starting to clock. When things ain't working, get a big striker in the box and just toss the ball in there, bro. Like, considering he's like one of the most progressive managers, that's very, very old school. You know, like that. Very, very old school. But neither here nor there. Casemiro, absolute trooper. And the mad thing is, yeah, when Lacazette scored the goal, the camera zoomed into Casemiro's face and he looked fuming, blood, and he wiped his face with the shirt and he went to work, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's showing that he's got the world-class temperament still. Do you know what I mean? This might not be the Casemiro of 3-4 years ago, but he's still got that switch where he can just turn it on. And he just showed levels today when we needed him the most, bro. I mean, Lenny Euro had a very, very good game today. This bro took a concussion for the team, and I'm glad that we won. Because I said it, yeah. The brother threw his head at the ball and got a point blank shot in his head, bro. He could have been knocked out cold. Probably has a mild concussion. And if United didn't win, I said, yo, the doctors need to sign him off for the rest of the season, bro. Because man's putting his body on the line for this criminality that we watched today. There's going to be a lot of euphoria in the fan base, and rightly so, because it was an exciting game for all the wrong reasons. But that was horrific. You can't manage a game 2-0 up at home against a Lyon side that weren't very good. The gaps in this system, yeah, in terms of the space in between each lines is criminal. The way that Ruben Amorim coaches, yeah, the way he sets up his teams, they are setting us up for failure. What we saw today, yeah, was that with the players that we have, as much as people say how rubbish they are, if a manager sets them up correctly, we can beat teams, bro. Yes, Lyon had 10 men, but even with 11 men, they weren't good. Let's face it. Like, everything they had, we gave to them because we were rubbish. A proper manager that can set up our players in a competent mid-block here with close defensive lines and compact, we have enough quality to still pick teams off. Kobe Mino, Christian Eriksen came on. Casemiro done his thing. Bruno was there. Mason Mount was there. There was still enough quality to pick off Lyon, bro, with all the injuries that we have. But people are saying that, yo, it's because of the players why we're losing all these games and we're losing. Bro, the way we are set up is criminal. We can't even keep the ball against a 10-man Lyon team, bro. At one point, they had 60% possession with 10 men against us. Every time they broke from back to front, they just ran straight through our midfield. Like, the way we're set up defensively is irresponsible. We play a 5 at the back, guys. We conceded 4 at home to Lyon. But people are going to overlook that because we won. Why are we playing 5 defenders and 2 holding midfielders and we still concede more than teams that are playing 4 at the back? 5 at the back here inherently is supposed to make you more defensively secure. Why are we so bad defensively if it's not the setup? You can't blame the players. Because there's other teams that play 5 at the back in our league, brother, and they're not leaking goals like us. They're not leaking goals like us because off the ball, their defensive setup's completely different. How the hell are we getting fist up by 10 men? Shout out Cherky as well, bruv. Like, listen, he took his goal well. We have to be in for him. Like, this, after what I've seen him do to us, no one can tell me this guy can't play in the Prem. Look at the way he took his goal. After the way that Garnacho was missing those chances. You see Garnacho, you absolute fraud. You criminal, blood. Listen, if this club don't sell this guy in the summer, yeah, because he could have killed the game off for us, you know, that absolute criminal. You know the amount of times he had Dorgu on the overlap not using him. The amount of times Rasmus Højlund was free, who, by the way, had one of his better games today, yeah. Like, obviously, the bar is low. But he was wrestling less. It was less Hunter Hearst Højlund, yeah. Less, you get me? WrestleMania, blood. WrestleMania, bruv. Less of that. More trying to be in between the lines, receiving the ball in the half spaces. And he tried a few link-up things. And even though it didn't really come off, yeah, at least it showed that he was trying to use his brain instead of just trying to use his brawn, and he got no brawn. You know what I mean? He's weak as a streak of piss, bruv. So I don't even know why he tries to wrestle guys. I've never seen him win one fight yet. That Garnacho is a criminal. This guy scumbagged an assist today, and because he keeps running in behind, people are going to say, oh, Rants, he was a threat. He's a threat. He's a threat to my mental health, blood. And a lot of people's mental health. This guy's an absolute fraud, bro. Them man was saying, yo, is it an underbelly colour thing? This bread don't want to pass to Dorgu, fam. You don't want to pass to Dorgu, fam. Brother, Rasmus at one point ran and he booted the post because he was free in the box. This bread's not passing. We know that he's better on the right-hand side. That's where he got his assist from. Tell me why the manager played him on the left today. Tell me why. I don't know why. And this is what I mean about decisions. We know that Garnacho affects the game better on the right-hand side because it forces him to play with his head up instead of cutting in and shooting. So you start him on the left-hand side, Ruben. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself? And then he ends up getting his goal from the right-hand side anyway. And that's the only decent thing he did. Missed a flipping 1v1, yeah? Like, brother, if he slots that across the keeper into the far corner, yeah, that's the game buried, you know, game, set, match. But no, Garnacho always wants to make our lives difficult, bro. This guy is a criminal. He's a criminal. Is it a surprise every time we take him off when we're chasing a game, yeah, we improve immediately? Same thing happened with the Xerxes header for the equaliser in the other game. The same guys went off. Him, Rasmus Højlund and Ugarte, and we start playing football. It's not rocket science. Ugarte scored a goal today, but brother, this guy is anti-football. This guy hates football, bro. I can't even lie. He just runs around kicking people. He is not a footballer, bro. He's not. If you want to play football in your footballing team, you can't be relying on players like Manuel Ugarte, bro. You just absolutely can't. And that's why I said, yeah, the way that this manager sets up tells me his mindset. When you start with Ugarte, Rasmus, who doesn't really offer anything off or on the ball, and Garnacho, it tells me that possession of the football is not your main worry. It's not your primary objective to have the football, which is worrying, because this is the same manager that said that he likes build up and he likes possession, but then he picks players that are technically incompetent. As soon as we bring on the more technical players, we transform into a much more capable football team, which is common sense anyway. But this is why I wouldn't give this Brer money to spend, because it's like any manager can coach better with better players. It's not flipping rocket science, bro. What are you doing with these players, bro? These players bailed you out today. Shout out Harry Maguire. Do you know what I mean? He always puts in a shift for the team. A few good blocks at one end, scored a header at the other end. Now, literally, I'm looking at this performance today, yeah, and I've said it a million times, bro, when people are getting onto these players, they never gave up. Scott's not here today, but we've seen Scott do this. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen Harry Maguire do this now. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen these clutch goals from loads of different players in this Man United shirt. It's not the manager. We've seen it under all the managers. We've seen it under Oli. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen it under LVG, Fellaini. Do you know what I'm saying? It's something in this red shirt, bro. I'm telling you. We've seen it under Ten Hag. We've seen it, bro. This is what we do. This is football heritage. This is Manchester United. So, do you know what I'm saying? Man just want to big up the players for the performance today, because we probably didn't deserve to go through, I'll be honest, because we were so bad. We kind of deserved, the way we played against 10 man, we deserved to go out. Do you know what I mean? But we didn't. And you don't always get what you deserve in football. And that's it. And look at the amount of times I was saying earlier, Real Madrid have been awful and somehow they just end up going through, and we put it down to football heritage. Bro, Man United's football heritage, it lives on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? In spite of the fact that Ruben Amorim was doing foolishness, bro. 83rd minute, you want to bring on attackers. 83 minutes, bro. You nearly let the whole game go by without making a substitution. You got 5, you know. Brother, this is the era of 5 substitutions, and you've made 1 substitution 83 minutes into the game, and the opposing manager's made 3. Brother, bro, I can't lie, Ruben, bro. Like, I'm running out of words for what I'm seeing you do right now. And the thing is, a lot of fans ain't got the bottle to call you out because we won, innit? So they're going to be like, oh, you know what, be happy. And they're going to say that you won this game for us. You didn't win this game for us, bro. These players won this game in spite of your fuckery. So you need to get it together, because this 3-4-1-2 or whatever system you think this is, yeah, it's rubbish, bro. And it doesn't work in the Premier League because we move the ball too slowly and the gaps are too big. And it almost didn't work here, even against 10 men. So you need to get back to the drawing board, my guy. But you know what? You see, to all the pagans, because I had 7,000 people in my watch along, for everyone, yeah, that tuned in to see my tears, yeah, delete your drafts, fam.